Hello, 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 collective. Welcome to Carmaboo Tarot. For those of you who are new, my name is Carmen. I am an intuitive tarot reader. I do use tarot cards, runes, numbers, letters, crystals, and colorful language. If any of that offends you, feel free to hard left the video. For those of you who are staying, we're going to get the 2025 yearly read for the sign of Aquarius. All right, collective. 2025 is a number 9 year, so with numerology, that is the healer life path. So there's going to be a lot of healing going on this year. Number 9 in the major arcana is the Hermit card, which represents solitude, introspection, or the journey to inner truth. Okay, things that could be triggering this year. Within yourself, prudence or circumspection. Things outside of you could be things like corruption, roguery, treasonous things. Those are when you're going to see things start popping off, when you see those things start happening. A year of exciting opportunities and profound transformations. Absolutely. Stones this year. Smoky quartz. This is good for grounding your energy and releasing negativity. Okay. Selenite. I highly recommend the towers like this. Okay. Good for calming and purifying energy. Black tourmaline promotes against, protects against negativity and promotes safety and solitude, which is what we're looking for. And lapis lazuli is spiritual awareness and connecting to yourself during solitude. Okay, cool. Spirits, guides, ancestors. Oop, almost forgot. The Hermit is Virgo energy, guys. That's ruled by Mercury. So in your birth chart, pay attention to where your Virgo and Mercury placements are. Also, the planetary alignments or shifts for Virgo and Mercury this year are going to be when you start to see things shake a bit. All right. Overview card for Aquarius 2025. Spirits, guides, ancestors. Overview card for 2025 for Aquarius. Ooh. Perseverance reversed, okay. A lot of stubbornness this year. Probably a lot of points where you feel like you need to have perseverance, but you're struggling to keep it, or there's reasons why you can't persevere over things. There's a very defensive energy about things this year for sure. Alright. January for Sagittarius, or I'm sorry, January for Aquarius. January for Aquarius. 5 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. We're having that turnaround energy. Cool. Things turn around. Cool, cool, cool. Increase in income, especially if it's something you've been putting a long haul worth of effort or focus or energy into. Could be new job opportunities, being more productive at work, or just really letting go of the lack, letting go of the difficulties so that you can move forward and transition into leaving behind injury, abandonment, you're recovering. February. That's fast. 5 swords. Okay. Could be a lack of communication or self-sabotaging type of energy. You could be like dealing with deception, alienation, intimidation, aggressive, harassive, bullying type shit. Okay? It's going to be people coming in with that type of energy. I don't feel like you're being defensive, though. I feel like this is one of those things where you're just not letting people get a rise out of you anymore. You're just like, well, yeah, whatever. Like, you just don't care. March. Page of Cups reversed. Alright, somebody's coming in to play flirty, flirty, flatter, flatter. Cool. Childhood problems could be coming up. You could be receiving bad news. Could be somebody just boo-hooing about their broken dreams. This is like that point where either somebody's being like falsely flirtatious, like you literally know they're just fucking toying with you, or this is just that person that you like kind of switches roles. Like it could be a person who is generally playful, youthful, very imaginative, almost borderline immature, and then they switch over to this like this deceitful, broken, issue having fuck. Like just this, they go from being one form of a fuckhead to another form of a fuckhead, or somebody's dealing with a child that is dealing with some childhood trauma of some sort. This could be dealing with abuse. Um, it doesn't have to be abuse though. You could be just dealing with a kid that's just really struggling to come to terms with a broken dream. It may not even be a kid. It could just be someone who's less mature than you are. I think intuitively you know what to do with this person. You know how you want to handle the situation. I think something's going to throw you for like a loop-de-loo here a little bit though. Like it's almost like somebody comes at you with the oh poor me shit, and then it turns into like this full-blown sob story. And yeah. This is intense. Um that's what's coming, like the example that's coming when I'm channeling it. It's like this energy of like you run into somebody who is either younger than you or less mature than you are, and you're just like, are you okay? Because they just seem a little bit off, like they're not acting like their normal playful happy self, and it turns into this full-blown meltdown. It really has nothing to do with you. I would not take it personally. It is going to hit your heart space in some way, shape, or form, but it really has nothing to do with you, is what I feel you need to know, okay? If you choose to involve yourself, understand that there will be emotional trauma. That is for you to discern whether it is or is not your place to step in on the issue. April. Okay, we'll take Topsy. 8 of Cups reversed. Okay. There's a stagnation. You can't expect problems to solve themselves. You got to get out there and get it done. Some of you are struggling to let go of things, having it's like a fear to move forward, a fear to let go of things that are no longer serving you. People, places, or things that no longer serve you, and you're just like fearing to let go. You're just like, oh my gosh, but what if nobody catches me? Like, it's ridiculous. You can catch yourself. Good Lord. Oh, Aqua, you need to get it together. This is a whole lot already. Good grief. A lot of you have just like accepted the luck that you've been having up to that point. You're just like, yeah, it's a shit show. Okay, but it's not going to solve itself. Like you have to put yourself out there. You have to put the effort in to make things happen. Like if you want better financial security, but you don't want to work more, okay, then you need to budget. Or you know what I mean? Like it's a very common sense solution. You're just not wanting to put the effort in or actually like restrict yourself to doing something, to making a change, or to move forward from things. All right, May. Oh, that's a lot. Judgment flew all the way across. We'll take you. All right. It's time to wake up. May says it's time to wake up and do the right thing. It is Judgment Day. The path that you take really does initially depend on you. But whatever path you've taken up to that point in May, like there could be an offer of a new job or some sort of recognition for effort that you've already put in. You may have like a newfound influence over your family or your career, your friend group, because of good judgment calls that you've made up to that point. Self-care is going to be important during that time as well, making sure that you're getting your health checks, making sure you're taking care of yourself, like yourself, not just your self-care, but like your emotional and your mental care is cared for as well. This is kind of specific, but I'm going to say it because it's going to apply to somebody. Somebody is wanting to start a family. They're just not quite sure how or who. It's like they want to start a family, but there isn't a partner in the picture. That may be changing in May. For some of you, that could be that you've had a partner and you decide that's not what you want to do. For others of you, it could be deciding, okay, this is what I really want to do moving forward. Now I just need to start looking for that. Some of you, I think, up to that point, have kind of just given up on the whole like 10 of Cups issue. Like, you made peace with, you don't think you're gonna find emotional fulfillment or like unconditional love with another person up to that point. I think that judgment call of really like seeing what's what. You may watch someone go through something traumatic, just someone that you're close to. Maybe somebody is having like a, there could be people around you that are dealing with a pregnancy, dealing with a divorce, dealing with a marriage, dealing with like some sort of life transitional stage. Like maybe a kid's leaving home and somebody's like empty nesting now. Like there's some sort of transitory change here. It's a transformation that is just kind of giving you an awakening. This could be happening like somewhere where there's like an event. Could be a celebration. Something happens to kind of switch your role in it, and that's weird because I don't usually get that out of the Judgment card, but it's like you're looking at everything around you and you're realizing like how much everybody else has as far as like emotional fulfillment, and you're realizing, holy shit, I don't have any of that. And it's going to be different for each person, so take it how it resonates for you. For some of you, that may be like, you know what, I don't like the dynamic this has gone on. I want to leave and start anew somewhere else. Or that could be, you know what, it's time for me to put myself back out there. Like, it's very transitory on what it's going to apply to the collective here, but there's definitely a judgment being passed, and you're being called. You're being called, summoned, like by your higher self to finally make that transitory change to go towards your higher path. Oh, that's interesting. June. What's going on in June? 6 of Cups. Re-encounter. Some of you might be dealing with a Scorpio. Definitely could be an ex, could be an old friend, could be a family member that you haven't seen for a long time. There's some sort of gift or charity or sharing of some way, shape, or form. Somebody might be giving you a gift. You may be sharing things with these people, sharing space, sharing time, sharing energy, sharing a meal, whatever it is. Somebody could be trying to... They're trying to use good memories to influence the choices that you're making currently. Just be careful with that. July for Aquarius. 10 of Swords. What did I say about being careful? Motherfucker. Defeat. Okay, feeling betrayed, stabbed in the back. Definitely exhausted. Could be feeling like there's a lot of people stabbing you in your back. You could be feeling a lot of resentment. There could be some painful endings to things. Definitely some bitterness rolling around. Just feeling very betrayed. It's going to hit you in your heart space pretty hard. What don't kill you make you stronger. August. Ooh. 10 of Pentacles reverse. Wow, 2 tens though. Come on. Oh, this is so defeating. Alright, well, 2 came out. So King of Swords reversed as well. Yeah, because there was that deceptive and that malicious energy, like you're dealing with a situation where there is misfortune. There's some sort of loss, okay? Whether that's like, could be a loss of a pet for some of you, especially if your pet is white. Just saying. For some of you, you could lose a family member, and there's some sort of, it's like a shift in the hierarchy. Could be a loss of inheritance, but it really just feels like shifting powers, more or less. Where like maybe you're not getting what you thought you were out of a family situation, some sort of family stability. Like the energy of it, like this, the example that comes to mind is like someone thinking that they're gonna receive like the generational home from the family, and then being told that it's not actually their house, that it's going to like a cousin or a sibling instead, or an aunt or an uncle. It's going to somebody else, and there's some sort of loss. Like maybe there's like a division. Perhaps there's like 2 things that are almost identical, and they're being split between people. Like maybe you just don't get the whole thing, you only get part of it. Interesting. Beware of adventurous projects during August, okay? Don't be taking on anything that's like real dangerous or crazy. Definitely shift in the hierarchy. Somebody could be being like very deceptive or very malicious about the shift in power, specifically in like a family dynamic. All right, moving on. September. Oh, finally some good. Yay, the hierarchy. Beautiful. Sorry, the Hierophant hierarchy. Oh, my words today. The Hierophant. Some sort of commitment coming in. There's a connection with the divine, whoever that is for you, whatever you believe spiritually, that's completely up to you. Everybody, it's going to resonate different for each and every person in the collective. But there's some sort of security or stability that's coming in. It's something that you will have to commit to, that you know of it, you're educated about it, but it's really just committing to it. Some of you may be signing contracts, so be careful about what you're signing. Dot your I's, cross your T's, read your small print, okay? I don't know why I need to say it, but for somebody, don't just let them treat you like everybody else. You are an individual, you are a human being, but you are an individual. It's okay to be yourself, and it's okay to be accepted as yourself. Like, don't let people box you in on what it is that you need to believe. There's some sort of situation where you have to do the right thing. You may have to seek like some spiritual guidance or some sort of clarity about it, and you're going to have to go to somebody who is of a Hierophant status. That could be a judge, a lawyer, a church leader of some sort. Somebody that holds a lot of leeway, a lot of power, and has experience and wisdom in the issue at hand. Like, you're going to need them. Okay? October. King of Wands. Okay, jumping in that leadership role. Yeah. you doing the right thing pushes you into that leadership role, okay? You being bold, being generous, being passionate, being strong-willed, being able to be proud of the decisions that you have made, okay? Beautiful. Some of you might be getting engaged, or you could be dealing with a person in a leadership role who is getting engaged or is getting married. Some of you might have parents that are renewing their vows. I don't usually get that from this card. It's interesting. I really feel like this is just finally being confident enough to step into that leadership role. Really accepting your spot in the hierarchy. November. But then here comes inconsistency and disappointment here in November, excuse me. Somebody's trying to cheat you out of something. It has a thief cue to it. Okay, there's some sort of loss. Like, you knew what was coming to you. You knew it was expected. Everything is assigned, submitted, good to go. And then all of a sudden, things get a switch up. Somebody's trying to create some sort of lack or disappointment. They're definitely trying to make you take an L. So be careful with that energy. Also an Aries card, you got Aries back to back here. Stepping into power, taking control, and then your foresight being removed from you because people are being deceptive and they're trying to take what doesn't belong to them, and that's a fucking problem. What are we doing in December? What's December? Six of Wands, beautiful. Good news. A triumph, a success, some sort of victory over something. Yeah, if you guys end up like having to go to court over some family issues or even business issues, like I think by the end of by December of 2025, like there's gonna be celebration. You're gonna be putting yourself back at the top, receiving the rewards and awards that you should be receiving, and receiving the support that should have been there throughout this entire situation. But there's gonna be points during this year where you don't get the support that you need. So you're gonna have to step in and do what you need to do to make things happen. Not let the fear-based thinking or that abandonment, that ruinous or collapsive energy, like, don't let it make you bitter. Don't let things really take control of you. Like, there's going to be a lot of people pushing for a reaction from you, and I really just want you guys to focus on not giving them what they want, okay? Because you have to be your own person at the end of the day. And at some point, you're stepping into leadership roles here and making very big judgment calls. And I don't feel like it's just for this coming year. Like, these are judgment calls that could potentially affect the next decade, at least, of your life. These are big choices. And there's high scale commitments here too. You're being called to a higher power, to a higher path, to a higher version of yourself. And you have to be willing to take those steps to get there and take the steps that need to be taken to protect it. All right. Rune for Aquarius. Rune for Aquarius. Oof. Uruz. Physical strength or speed, untamed potential. It is a time for great energy and health. You're going to be experiencing things like freedom, boosts of energy, taking action, being courageous. You're very just feeling all the tenacity. But you're also going to feel things like understanding and really soaking up the wisdom from other people that have experienced the same situations that you're going to be going through, because you're going to need your strength and to dig into your self-motivation, to your untamed potential, your untapped version of yourself yet, you're going to have to dig into those to make everything happen that you need to make happen this year. Keep getting drawn back to the word wisdom. It's going to be some sort of wisdom that is passed on through you. I don't know if it's a message just to you or if this is just a general message to like everyone around you when it pops off, but I do feel like there's some sort of maybe a loss of a family member this year. I feel like a lot of you really need to take the time to really be around that person before the passing happens. Like there's some sort of wisdom that has to be passed down. Now it doesn't mean that some of you who like don't get to see them before they pass. Okay, maybe it's an unexpected death and you don't get to see them beforehand. Maybe there's like a letter or some sort of information that's passed, or maybe like when you're clearing out spaces, you run across a diary or notes or some sort of memoirs or something. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean it has to come from their mouth, but there's some sort of insider communication, a message that comes from this person, and it's there's divided wisdom. Okay, there's going to be a lot of people that don't think that that's actually good advice, and there's going to be people that think it's great advice. To each their own. But you're going to have to make that call on your own. Okay? Alright. Last card. Advice for Aquarius. What's that? Ooh, okay. With the dog spirit, be loyal to what you love. Aww. Be loyal to what you love. I love dogs. Probably the most loyal thing on the planet. Beautiful. Some of you might be getting a dog, inheriting a dog. For others of you, it's just the dog spirit. That unconditional loyalty that comes from them. It's a beautiful energy. Even with a dog, like when you're training a dog, you know what I mean? Like you have to have discipline with the dog, but the dog still loves you. It still wants to please you. It still wants to have your attention regardless. Okay? Things around you, people around you, things around you that share in that same energy is what you need to keep around you. It will help you with keeping that perseverance for sure. All right. Those are the messages that I have for you, Aquarius. If they resonate, please do hit the like, share, subscribe. Feel free to comment. If you'd like a personal reading, my info is in the description box below the video. I want to take a big shout out to the entire collective, to all of you, for anyone who has scheduled private readings, promoted in any way, shape, or form, donated or tipped. For those of you who bought decks and donated them, thank you. Like, big, huge thank yous to you guys. You guys are an awesome collective. I don't get any issues out of you guys. You guys are all positive. There's been so much growth within the collective in the last year. I'm super proud of all of you guys. You guys are doing great. And I want you guys to continue being great. And with that, I'm going to wish everybody lots of luck, love, and light for 2025. Bye.